Welcome to another episode of Bold and Blunt Sports. You missed the yearly update. It's on that last video. Go ahead and check that out. This one is going to be the playoff breakdown. Everything that's going down. First round just concluded up. We had 2 bye weeks. Your boy, Bazooka Sharks. We sat at 10-4. We didn't have to play nobody. And then Keanu with his name is my name. Also had the bye week, 9-5. Had a couple of good matchups. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of sad to say it, but I wish Close but no Jamar and Little and the Kittle would have snuck in, because it would have been, they dropped 160 in the shit bowl. But in the main playoffs, we'll get to the ones that really matter. We had
Sorry guys, we don't have a table in front of us, so it's just on the floor.
It's a little bit rougher, yeah.
We had to change environments.
So in the first matchup, we had the number 3 seed taking on the number 6 seed. So we had JJ the Jet Plane coming in at 3. We had Lawrence at Big DK Energy coming in at number 6. He did win the division, automatic clincher in. Barkley, Goddard, Dotson, Firemoose, all kind of shit. Rashad White went off for 21.9. Mike Evans 15.7.
Offense.
Jetta went off for 15.4, and the Niners went off for 19. Goff went off for 41 on the bench for him.
Goodness gracious.
Threw him on. Tua only had 15. That would have been a big upgrade. He did end up winning pretty decisively. It was 111.56 to 91.26.
So low score.
Yeah, it was low. Lockett, you look at DK, Lockett only had 5-1. Elijah Moore was in the starting at 3.7. Kincaid dropped to 0. Ridley at 8.9. Kicker Boswell -3. Best performers. Yeah, he had Mostert at 18.3. Josh Allen at 18.1. The Eagles defense at 15. And then DK Metcalf at 12.8. Derek Carr outscores Allen 26.3 to 8.2, and he had T. Higgins on the bench.
I told you
22 points.
You should have said
that one hurt. Which honestly, T. Higgins instead of Elijah Moore, we might be talking about Big DK Energy upsetting JJ the Jet Plane. Didn't unfold like that though. Obviously, we got JJ the Jet Plane going on. He's going to be
taking on his name is my name too.
It's going to be a hell of a matchup. We got a little breakdown of that in a little bit. Second matchup in this one, we had To Infinity and Bijan versus number 4 versus number 5.
It hurts.
This one was kind of fucked up. It was hella disrespectful. This man over here is a goddamn savage. So in that one,
I'll let you do the talking.
Yeah, Dan. So Infinity and Bijan only missed out on 7 total points. So the max score would have only been 7 points
He
more.
didn't have the best week.
The final score ended up being 117.88 to 163.1. Now, when I know that right there, it's like, oh damn, he won by 40 points. That's insane. This man is such an asshole that he had Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith playing on Monday night and pulled them. He played without a quarterback and a wide receiver and beat this man by 40 points. The amount of disrespect, I think we have a rivalry for me. Because then after Dan and him really got into it on the comments, shout out to Dan, by the way, Dan.
Yeah, shout out, Dan.
I love you. It's all out of love.
Yeah,
and that shit talk is all out of love. That's our love language. But yeah, damn, that was rough.
Yeah,
that was rough.
I'm sorry you had to be. I'm sorry.
Because you look at his lineup, man. Bijan, 0.4 points.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson, 5.9. Stephon Diggs, 8.8. Evan Ingram, 6.8. Derrick Henry, 5. His top performers, Brock Purdy, 33.7. Who he shit-talked Brock Purdy before in this year.
It was a good final score for him.
Kamara, 16. The Ravens defense was the second highest score with 17. That's rough. It's a rough going on your ass. Najee, Pitts, and Koo combined for 9 points.
That's 3 players, 9 points. And I set 2 players.
41.7. Cooper Kupp, 25.1. Amon Ross St. Brown, 24.2. Devontae Adams, 24.1. That Raiders defense. Go ahead and tell them how many that Raiders defense.
We have a skewed defense. Our defense is a little inflated, so it's a lot of points.
Yep, because we wanted to make it actually meaningful. So every time that they force a punt, you get 2 points.
So that could stack up. That being said, my beautiful the Raiders.
I mean, it was only 63 to 21.
63 to 21. 39 points. So going into Friday, I was already up 65, 66 points. From Thursday night, I knew I was going to have a good
Come Sunday Night Football, it was 163.1 to 117.88.
I didn't have to play anybody on Monday night. I'm sorry, Dan, that I had to be the disrespectful one.
And
I got to start the shit talking in our
yesterday-
league somehow, though.
So if you would have started those two, you add on another 34 points.
Yeah, I would have had close to
You would have had damn near 200 on them.
Yeah.
You would have outscored them almost by 100 points. Crazy when you think about it. Toilet Bowl, we had Little and Kittle going up against Sunnyvale.
God,
Little
Megan,
and
a
Kittle ends up
solid
being about like
week.
30. That, I think she's a sleeper team. Next year, we really got to watch out for Megan. Megan's going to be a deadly team. Young team that's very talented. She had injuries, whole bunch of shit. But once she kind of had my thing too, to where efficiency was down lower. Once she actually knows how to set a lineup, but like, dude, she has so many fucking options. So like, it's hard.
Anybody that runs 2 tight ends, you'd have options, I think, in my
Facts.
opinion.
Facts. She ends up knocking off Sunnyvale, and he's going to go ahead and play for the Shit Bowl. And the other leg of that bracket, we have close but no Jamar going up against I'm Drunk Take Mahomes, which was a
Husband versus
parent rivalry.
wife. Yeah, mom versus dad.
That was rough. Came down to Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely, and Justin Tucker, but it just wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Both of those teams, close but no Jamar, and Little and the Kittle, if they would have snuck into the playoffs,
It's a scary
both
team.
would
Two
have
scary
beat
teams.
anybody but Brandon. So, I mean, it's scary. It's scary. Next year, they're definitely one to look out for. That sets up this week that we are currently on.
Oh, God. So we're on toilet bowl time, aren't we?
So we are on toilet bowl time. This is the last week for everybody except for the people that will be in the championship next week. The championship rounds, we have the number 1 Bazooka Sharks going up against It Hurts, now sitting at 7-8.
I'm going to get to 500 at
And
some
then
point.
the number 2 team, My Name Is His Name, 9-5 versus JJ the Jet Plane, sitting at 10-5. We have the breakdown projected. We got it at 132 or 138.2 to 141.4 in the favor of It Hurts. Couple of questions in that. We've got Dak or Lamar. Are you gonna start Dak or Dak against Miami or Lamar against San Francisco? Do we trust Brandon Ayuk against Baltimore? Is James Cook going to be sick? He missed practice today. He does have an illness. Is he going to come back?
Flu game.
Fucking historic week last
Flu
week.
game.
Let's see if he can come back, capitalize on it. I got 3 options right now. I really don't know who I'm going to run in my flex. I got Singletary, I got Hubbard, and then I got Jalen
You
Reed.
just have too many running backs.
Yeah.
Isn't Reed questionable for the
He
time right now?
is, so I'm going to have to wait on him. But if I run between Singletary and Hubbard, I got to play the matchup on that. And then if I'm really going to, if ETN is really going to perform against Tampa Bay, ETN is either so hit or miss, and those are my biggest concerns coming into this matchup.
And my biggest concerns?
For you, I put CMC against Baltimore. Baltimore has a fantastic run defense. They have a fantastic defense in general. They've held pretty damn decent running backs, pretty great running backs to check. I don't think anybody's had over 15 on them this year. That could be a big one if he doesn't perform like supposedly. If Brian Robinson runs a run,
I'm glad that you put
all
that
you got
in.
is Tajay Spears. Are you confident with that?
I sub Najee Harris.
Yeah, but he's already in.
No.
Yeah.
No, B-Rob's my second running back right now. And my 2 slots are
I will say
Devontae
receiver and
Adams
receiver.
and
But if B.
Devontae
Robinson
Smith.
doesn't play, you got Najee here. Oh, no, that's true.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so
Najee
you
would
have
bounce
Najee.
it. But I'm glad that you did put Tajay because I was genuinely thinking to start. I wanted to start him last week.
Like, and it's
I
kinda
wanted to start him
rough.
last week.
He kind of is taking over this, like that changing of the threshold, like you said. Adams versus KC, do you think Snead's going to affect that? Do you think they're going to shadow him with Snead?
Oh, yeah.
So that might kind of damper it down a little bit. Think Cooper Cup. What do you think Cooper Cup? You think he's going to stay on the hot streak? He's had 3 games over 20.
That's what I'm hoping because
Yeah,
he's so
20.
hit or miss with those hot games. But if we can ride a 25-point wave, man, and we'll
Might
know
as well
tomorrow
ride
night.
Yeah, seriously, Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Turn around.
Crazy. We got Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yep, same shit, and it's beautiful. I honestly kind of like it because it's always changing.
Yep.
How do you feel about being 0-1 all time against the Bazooka Sharks and 0-2 all time against me in fantasy football?
Indifferent. I'm
Last
about to change that to
last
Sunday.
time when we only played one time this year.
Correct.
160.16
Close
to
game.
157.02.
Yep. The running backs got me. I think we went into it. It was Monday night, Jacksonville versus Cincinnati. I was up by like 54
And I had
points.
ECN and Mixon, and they both
And they got him
did
57.
exactly what I needed them to do. It was beautiful. It was
So-
beautiful. Does that deter you at all? You scared?
No, not at all.
Kind of like it. I like it.
I had a lot of people on bye week.
That's like, you know,
I had
shit
Devontae
talking.
Adams on bye week. I had.
So did I had Lamar off. I had a lot of people too. 13 was a rough week, and we still dropped 160,
Yeah, so I'm not
which
worried
is
about
nice.
it.
I'm excited.
I have tight
I'm
ends
really
now. My question
This-
is just do I put Michael Mayer or Kyle Pitts?
And see, and that's a rough one.
Juwan Johnson.
This is
Everybody
what I
outscored
love.
Kyle
I'm
Pitts on
not
my
gonna lie.
bench.
This is my favorite time of the year. Is when I get to play you.
Why? Because it actually means more than just a win
Yes,
out for the record.
because if I beat you, it's like I win twice.
If I beat you, I win twice.
I win, and
3 times.
you don't win.
If I beat you, it's 3 times the win because it's a playoff win. You lost and you're out.
But then you'd still have to win another one to catch.
That's fine.
Second matchup of these, which I think ours is going to be the matchup of the week I have dialed, and I think that's going to be fantastic. His name is my name too versus JJ the Jet Plane.
Oh, such a
We
tough
got
one.
his name is my name projected in 127.05. JJ 122.76. Not a whole bunch of a difference. Biggest questions for his name is my name. Love going to perform well
Thank
against
you.
Carolina.
That's a question.
Is Tyreek Hill going to play? Is Pittman going to play?
Is Josh Jacobs going to play?
And if not, is Scary Terry and Tyler Boyd enough to win that matchup?
No. One or the other, yes. Tyreek Hill out, we can maybe
And I think
substitute.
Tyreek will probably
Michael Pittman out, substitute with Scary Terry. Put both of them out.
would be rough.
Tyler Boyd and it's a rough matchup for her.
That was my biggest concerns for her.
She's got running backs for days, man. David
Yeah,
Montgomery.
even if Josh Jacobs doesn't come, just subbing Kenneth Walker, send in fucking. She's got a running back. I'm not worried about that. What I was worried about was the receivers because I saw that and I was like, oh, if neither one of them play, who's
Yeah.
really gonna run? I mean,
She's gonna have to
last
take a
week she only had
quarterback.
58 points.
Well, she had
Yeah,
Justin
Josh
Herbert
Jacobs
on
was
bye
in there,
week,
Josh
or
Jacobs
on
didn't play.
IR. She had 3 people not playing.
And that it was a good psychological move, I want to say. He's gonna go and be like, oh, she don't know what she's doing. It's terrible, whatever. I think that's
Complete
what-
hindsight on my part.
Biggest questions
Complete
that I had
hindsight.
for JJ the Jet Plane. Tua versus Dallas or Goff versus Minnesota. Tua's Tua, but
Goff
I mean,
is
Goff
Goff,
could go
41
off or he
points.
couldn't. Like that's a big one. Keenan Allen, is he gonna play? And if he does play, how effective is he going to be with Easton Stick as the quarterback as opposed to Justin Herbert?
Okay.
Is Jahan Dotson enough if Keenan Allen doesn't play? Jahan
Absolutely
Dotson
not.
is the play. He's so hit or miss.
Is
He can give you
Justin
12 or he
Jefferson?
can give you 2.
Justin Jefferson, full force.
I think Justin Jefferson is going full force. I think
Okay.
he'll be there. And then the biggest question here, do you go 49ers defense against Baltimore or do you go Kansas City against Vegas?
You don't go Kansas City against Vegas. And I
think
know
you
it's.
go Baltimore against 49ers.
You're in a literal conundrum then. What
Yeah.
defense are you playing
But I
better?
think in a league where defenses matter so much, that's a tough matchup. For
Pat Mahomes going down a little bit. I
See,
definitely
but I
think.
can see he always plays his best football come December time.
Sure. But
That's when he turns shit up.
we can look at the numbers and they are not. I mean, you might be right. Maybe December they just crank it, but if we lose, we're out of playoff contention. So I think that puts a little bit more heat behind us. I don't think Kansas City defense is going to stop. Josh Jacobs, the thing is, last 63 points show that Trey Tucker's got the speed to take off the top. So the Zeus White's he's a very good versatile second back. He just makes a one cut and then he's up instead of Josh Jacobs being patient and kind of letting the hole develop, doing the multiple cuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
that's
Vegas.
a rough call.
I think Vegas is it's gonna be a good game there.
All right, so I think that's a toss-up. I mean, I'm only projected about 5. I think both of those are going to be very good games. Whoever goes out of it's obviously going to the championship. Last game for the rest of these teams. 5th place is going to be Infinity and Bijan coming in at 8 and 7, playing Big DK Energy 6 and 9. Right now, it is projected 129.86 to 115.68.
Ooh, favoring
I
Dan.
think, favoring Dan. Dan is 1-0 all time in this matchup. In that previous one, 1-1. His name is my name versus JJ the Jet Plane. There's only a 10-point difference between them in those 2 games. It should be a good game. Infinity and Bijan, Big DK. Infinity and Bajan, Purdy versus Baltimore, or Baker versus Jacksonville. That's a rough call.
Oh, he's got Baker.
Kamara versus the Rams. How well is he going to do? Jets versus Washington, or Baltimore versus the Niners on defense. And is Bajan actually going to bounce back?
That's the
Those are
problem.
the biggest questions on those.
I think any running back getting benched for a fumble
Is rough.
it's signs for
It
concern.
shows them, what it really is. Big DK. Is Moss going to be playing? Is JT going to be playing? Right now he's only projected like 6.
Got JT.
Yeah. Oh no. Zach Moss.
Got
JT's
like he
only
was
projected
both
like 8.
backs.
So it's like that's kind of rough. Mostert versus Dallas. How well is that going to play out? Dallas has a very good run defense. You got Cincy versus Pittsburgh, or Philadelphia versus the Giants.
For D's,
Probably Philly versus the Giants.
Probably.
But you think in that divisional matchup, it could be pretty tough on that too.
DeVito's hot right now, right?
Yeah, facts. Eli Moore versus Houston, or Higgins versus Pitt.
Higgins
I
versus
think
Pitt.
Higgins versus Pitt.
Jamar Chase is out, right?
Yep. It's gonna be Jamar Chase is on the fence. We don't know about that yet. Dan is 1-0 all time. Last game they played, he won by 12. So not too bad. They've only played one time. 7th place, we've got Little and Kittle playing close but no Jamar.
Pretty tough game.
119.5 to 106.2. I think this is
Sway to side.
swaying to Little and the Kittle.
Got
One's
Meg.
coming in 7 and 8. Little and the Kittle 6 and 9. Close but no Jamar. That by 13. I don't think people have gone in and made their adjustments yet. It just dropped. But we got. Is Breeze gonna bounce back? Shitty game last one.
Tough call.
Rashi Rice versus the Vegas. How's he gonna do? Our dual tight end. Is she gonna run run Deontay Johnson against?
So crazy that I wouldn't because Mitchell Trubisky.
Florida is insane.
I wouldn't because of
I feel that too. But look at him last week. He had like 20 something.
yeah, because he had a couple rushing touchdowns. I want to say.
Yep. Or do you run Deontay Johnson, Joshua Palmer, or Chris Olave?
Josh Palmer, was that just a flash in the pan?
I don't know.
Because he had that one flat, nice touchdown.
If Keenan Allen doesn't play, he's going to be there again.
Sure.
So, I mean, that's going to be something to watch. Close but no Jamar. CJ Stroud's out. Lawrence did not practice today, so who's going to be playing on that one? Miami versus Dallas, or Jacksonville versus Tampa Bay? Probably Jacksonville. Probably say Jacksonville. Is Jamar Chase going to be playing?
Yeah, that's a big question mark
If
there.
not, are you going in Jigba? Are you going DeAndre Swift? Or are you going Ramondre Stevenson?
DeAndre Swift. Jackson Smith.
I
Especially that touchdown last.
Jigba, yeah, I think you lean in. He's gotten so hot in the last 3 games. It's been
Yeah.
insane. Met 2 times in the regular season. Little and Kittle won both times.
Damn.
First time they met, I felt bad because it was 226 to 201. Both of them were the highest scored in the week by a lot.
226.
226. That was when DJ Moore and Justin Fields went off.
Oh, I remember.
That was-
She
yeah.
got like 80 points between the two of them.
Yep. And then last place, we got Drunk Tate Mahomes coming in at 6 and 9. He's projected 125.9 versus Sunnyvale 5 and 10, 115.6. Biggest questions: is Pat going to show up against the Vegas or against Raiders? Is Eckler going to show up against the Bills? Is Flowers going to show up? He only had 1.31 target last game.
I would say yes to 2 of or no to 2 of them, yes to 1 of them.
Ooh,
Pat Mahomes is going to show up against the Raiders, but I don't think Zay Flowers
I don't think so either.
or
Odell Beckham has carved out so much in there, and he's finally getting back to 100. Like, if you look at the route running, he's stealing shit. They go more designed Tuesday, though, and usually when they don't use him the week before, he
They
usually has
utilize him
heavy
next week.
usage next. And against the Niners, I can see them using his versatility. You got Waddle versus Dallas, Thielen, or Connor. Is Nico Collins going to play? Because that's another
Another call.
if he plays. So those are the questions I have for him. Sunnyvale, Stafford versus New Orleans, or Geno Smith versus Tennessee. Yeah, I think so too. Especially
I mean, Drew Lock being so hot, we don't even know if. I mean, have they confirmed Geno Smith?
Geno's
Yeah.
going to come back. They're not going to start Drew Lock over Geno. Is JT going to be back? How's he going to do?
Good question.
You start Chris Godwin or Drake London? And is David Njoku going to stay hot? He rode that David Njoku train.
Ride it, Njoku, and then ride Chris Godwin.
That too.
Ride
I think
Chris
so too.
Godwin.
Regardless, I think we have really good matchups. We'll probably be posting little shorts, little videos, shit like that throughout the weekend, just to
Score
kind of
updates,
show the
whatnot.
inside. But other than that, man, that's the fantasy inside. I'm sorry it took so long to get the whole inside
Yeah,
Next
you
year,
get
I
the whole
promise you we'll be better.
season
We'll
dumped
do it.
down, fucking week 1 of the playoffs.
In an hour. That was pretty quick. I'm sorry it was so much, but we'll promise next year we'll break it down week by week. Actually do it. Be consistent. Just wanted to have you guys fill in. We'll start probably like a little Instagram or something like fantasy football. We'll give advice, shit like that. But yeah, thanks for rocking with us. Hopefully, by this time next week, this little bitch is gonna be crying.
And what really will happen is I will be having a belt around me very shortly.
Yeah, around his neck, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. Choke him out.
Peace.
Love.
Perfect. It gives us enough.